providing the information that you need, the databases. You have to use specific databases, literary criticisms for your synthesis essay. So she has that sheet, so she'll introduce you to those databases as well. Right? And then I'm sure she'll take any questions afterwards. So, yeah, all right. Awesome.
Well, thanks for having me today. And I am the online librarian as well, so Carrie will be handing you out a sheet when I'm done. That'll have my contact information on it, so if you ever need anything, please feel free to email me or call me, and I'm happy to help you. So, I'm going to start today just from the Tacoma Falls College main website, just so that I can show you exactly how to get to where the library page is. You can also just type in tfc.edu /library. Go here. And this gets you to our library homepage. Now, everything that is on our library homepage is also on your My TFC page as well. I don't know if you have looked here recently, but we did change things around a little bit. And so everything that I will show you from our homepage is also accessible from here as well. So of course we have the library catalog is at the very top. Has everybody used the library catalog at least a couple times? Okay. So we have this just for print books. So if you are looking specifically for ebooks, then you'll need to use the tab down here. And these will also get you to the e-journals, our reference, e-statistics, and e-videos, which is films on demand. And I'll kind of touch base on those as we go through. So your resources down here at the bottom is where you will go when you start your research. So we have two different Galileos. So the full Galileo, when you click in there, the full Galileo, you should get this. Okay, has everybody logged into Galileo yet? And you've been able to log in, okay? So this is something that we did over the summer so that we could get rid of all those username and passwords that we had to have. It was a database password sheet. You had to go and find it. So this makes it so much easier. So and sometimes it will ask you when you're logged in. It may come up and ask you to find your institution. Of course, you would just search for Tacoma Falls College. It does that to me sometimes, even when I'm on campus. So they also redid the Galileo website this summer as well and made a few changes. They did this Bento Search. I don't know if any of you have kind of turned this on and off, but it gives you the search results in a different manner. So I'll turn that on and just do a basic search of So it gives you, instead of just giving you the list, it gives you these little bento boxes, and it actually separates them into the different, like if you're specifically looking for scholarly articles, it boxes that out for you, so it makes it a little easier for you to find, as well as ebooks, and then you can actually see more results. So it just depends on how you prefer. I'll go back and turn that off and show you how the results are given when that is off. And it does, it may seem a little bit slower, but what it's doing is it's authenticating. So it's using your username and password to like log you in to Galileo. So this is the traditional style of how Galileo has already looked. So if you do use this way, I will remind you to always use your limiters over here on the left side of your screen. You're probably like 98% of the time you're going to want to use your scholarly peer-reviewed articles. So go ahead and check that button. And you're going to want full text as well. So that will automatically eliminate all of those little abstracts and stuff. So it will get rid of a bunch of things that you don't need to waste your time, going through and reading. So we have roughly about 5,000 articles that we have on Charlotte Perkins Gilman. Just show you just quick one, show you an example. Just remember to use your tools over here on the right. These are very helpful. They give you your citations. You can email this article to yourself. You can save it to your search box. So you each have, once you're logged into Galileo, you have an account on there. So you can save your searches and go back and retrieve those articles later. So there's just tons of helpful tools for you to use on there. So just make sure you use them. Does anybody have any questions so far? Yes.
If you press cite, will it cite it automatically in MLA formatting or APA?
It will cite it and it gives you the different options. It gives you all those options underneath. Yes. I do always recommend just double checking their citations because sometimes they do make errors, but most of the time they are. They are pretty right. And then you can always click on this and this will get you right back to the home page here. If your teacher gives you specific journal articles that you need to look up, the easiest way for you to do that is to go to the All Journals tab. Show you an example. And you can browse by the different disciplines. You can browse by the journal title. But if you know the specific journal title, like I'm just going to do Scientific American. And this gets you to where we have access, and we actually have access to Scientific American through several different databases. So this is all the databases listed underneath where we have access to these from. And you want to pay close attention to the dates out beside this because we only have access to issues from 2007 to present. So this can be important when you are searching for articles because it may look like we have it, but we may not have access to that particular year. So remember that. You can, if you come across articles that it looks like we don't have access to, let me show you an example. For example, this very first one here. Unless it has the PDF, full text, or HTML underneath, we probably do not have access to that. We may have it from this Hein Online, which is a new database that we just subscribe to, but most of the time if you see this, then we probably do not have that article. In that case, if you decide this is something you really want access to, you can click this email button here, and you can email this either directly to me, to my address. We also have a specific Interlibrary Loan address, which is just ill@tfc.edu, and I think that's on the sheet that I'm handing out to you. The turnaround for articles, I can usually get an electronic article like within 1 or 2 days. Not a problem. If you're wanting, and I can also do the same thing for books. And I have done a few books for students here before, so I can mail those to you if there's a book that you find online, because we do have access to everything in the United States, basically, and other libraries. We can borrow those for you. So if you have any questions about that, I'm also the Interlibrary Loan librarian too. So I wear different hats. But this is also an option. Just make sure if you do email me for a journal article that you put your name and your email address in the comments box so that I know who is requesting it and where I need to send it back to. And that will send me, it's very easy because it sends me all the information I need, where the journal's at, and everything I need to request it. Let's see. We also have TFC Galileo. Now this is basically Galileo as well, but we have broken this down to make it a little bit easier for you with the different subjects. So if you're using this for a literature class, you can just click on the composition of literature, And then a lot of the databases that you're going to need that she gave me the list of are right here. So you can just click right here and access those. Again, you should not need any kind of username or password for it. It should automatically bump you in there. I can show you, let's see, that's a short story criticism. This one's used a lot, especially in the English classes. Just to give you, and these all, let me search. I'm just using one example today. It gives you all these quick facts about her. Okay, and this one doesn't actually, looks like we don't subscribe to this particular one, but you can click here. Go on and find more. So, and all of these databases have all the tools that I was telling you about that are on the right-hand side. They all have the cite tools, the email, the save tools, and I think they're almost all set up alike. So all the tools are on the right, and all your filters and limiters are on the left. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions? I'm not going to go through each database with you, but it is easiest, I guess, to use the My TFC, and especially if you're doing a particular assignment for a particular subject, I would go there. Let's see. I think if there's something else I've forgotten to tell you. And we do have a few instruction videos here on our website. If you need any additional help with any of our databases, all of these training videos are here. If you just need help figuring out something specific. But our library homepage, everything you need is right here. I did mention earlier the Interlibrary Loan. There's also a form for that here as well. Same kind of thing, I'll show you the form. It's just a form that you fill out. Again, you put in your book or journal information. Give me as much information as you can, and that comes directly to me. And anytime I get, if you do request an Interlibrary Loan, I will always send you an email letting you know that I got it, and then I am requesting it for you. So if you request something and you don't receive an email back from me, then you need to try to contact me because maybe I didn't get it for some reason. So that's kind of all I have. Do you have any questions about anything?
So when they're doing a request, should they put their TFC email address?
Yes, yes. Yep, always use your TFC email. Because otherwise I may think you're some random person.
So I do have a question about the citation generator. Do you recommend that they use that and depend on it, or do they need to check that?
I would always check it.
Okay.
Always check it. Yeah. I have found them most of the time they are right, but I have found a mistake before too. So, and it may be a comma or something, but yeah, definitely always check it.
Do y'all have any questions?
Okay, good. Well, Carrie can give you a little handout. It just has some the database titles on there. Just kind of gives you a little brief description of what